What is up, everybody? Welcome to the Nemesis Gaming League. I'm so happy that everybody came in to join us. We got some spicy meatballs for you guys tonight. Let me tell you, your boy Psychonautic here in the caster booth, going to be bringing you some fiery action for this first match. And I'm joined by a very special person, back-to-back champion winner, Seabiscuit. What is up, my dude?
Oh, well, trying to figure out how to make a pun off of your spicy meatballs, but it ain't happening. So I'm giving up on that avenue of existence. But I'm excited to watch this game and try not to be biased as much as possible with my little brother being involved on the Whelps team.
Hey, I hear you there. We got, for the first matchup, we're going to the Novice League. We got Lynx versus the Whelps. It's going to be a pretty interesting match, I think. Whelps are pretty much leading Novice right now with a 3-0 record, and Lynx is on the opposite end of the spectrum, unfortunately, and they haven't been able to bag a single win yet. So I'm expecting them to kind of go hard in the paint tonight, Seabiscuit. I'm expecting them on stream to sort of show up, if you will.
Yeah, it's hard to say, but it's getting closer and closer to that do or die situation for the Lynx team. You can't go 0-8 or 0-6, 0-4 if they lose today, I know, but you just can't keep losing. You got to get that first win out of the way if they want to have a chance here down the stretch of the season to push for a playoff spot. And this would be a good chance to turn around with the change in the roster the Whelps have gone through, with Fiery leaving the league and picking up Snowy Wolf. And you never know, a change in roster can lead to a little bit of a bumpy road the first game they're together.
That's very true, and I think the Lynx tries they might have up to this point have had a pretty bumpy start as well. As most of y'all probably know, there was some issues and people left the league at one point, but that left a couple of orgs in some hot water. Some might say kind of sticky situations. Lynx was one of those orgs, but I think that they've got a pretty strong team. I know I've seen a couple of their players get some dis and it's little NyQuil that have done some pretty decent stuff on the field. So I think that they have potential here tonight.
And I definitely have appreciation for the name Get Sumdis. That's a good name. I didn't even notice that till now what it says. I was like, what is that spell? And you helped me out there. Get Sumdis. That's a good name. And definitely a name that'll be fun to yell and scream if you can hit a good shot or two tonight for sure.
Definitely agree with that. It looks like we got most of the players in the match. I'm not sure who we're waiting on here. Maybe just one. But while we're waiting, the rest of the night, like I was saying earlier, some spicy meatballs. After this match, we're going to be moving to the Prospect League where we're going to see the Banshees face off against Origin. Banshees are currently also, like the Whelps, undefeated in their season. So they're going to be looking to continue that 4-0. That's going to be a pretty interesting game. And then after that, the 9:30 slot, we're going to be moving into the Rival where we have Distortion taking on the Kings. Kings coming looking pretty at 2-1, but Distortion hasn't been able to bag a single win yet this season. So I'm sure that they're going to be much like what we're about to see with the Lynx, coming in from behind but playing real hard. Um, Seabiscuit, do you have any insight on either of those, the Prospect or the Rival team matchup?
I got a little bit on the rival matchup, just a little being a rival player myself, and I know Kings dropped Lancer today. I heard rumor of somebody coming back, Sunix or something. I can't remember who, Ducky. And they're a really good team, but they're kind of a little shambled right now with everything going on. I don't know if it'll be corrected by the stream game. But they're a pretty good team. And I also know with Distortion, I believe Dex is their name, is very motivated to get their first win and move up from 10th in the power rankings. They were going on about in Rival General about they don't want to be bottom of power rankings. So they're definitely a motivated team. And I think that actually be a very action packed game. to finish off the night with a very hungry distortion team versus a possibly shaky ship that's going on right now in the Kings situation.
That does sound really, really interesting. I'm gonna have to stick around and check that out myself.
Whoa.
But until then, it looks like we've got some players getting on the pitch with links on the
Yeah.
blue side. They're gonna be playing Get Some Dis, Itzel, NyQuil, Josh Takes Pills, and we might have a little bit of a problem here as it doesn't look like any of the whelps have joined up, so we're going to have a nice little reset to the lobby.
Yeah, first time
And,
on stream jitters. And I've also been informed Kaysen is currently in the bathroom as the Whelps didn't join.
oh, that is spectacular. Got to get that. I mean, got to get it out before the game. I get it. I get it. Got to get it out before the game. But
Yeah. First time on
oof,
stream, it's always nerve wracking. It's not
I
an easy feel.
I agree with that. I agree with that. I remember my first time very vividly, and I think I almost broke my controller several times because of how bad I was shaking.
It's hard to aerial even at first. I mean, so I understand the nerves. Sometimes you just by accident really hit the X button. Pro tip I've established for myself because I have done that before is until you're told to join, just stand your click over spectating. So if you do by accident hit X when you're freaking out a little nervous, you just go to spectating. You don't join a team. You don't ruin the timing of the stream. It's very pro strat. Established over my time here in Nemesis. I almost call it Nemesis. What is Nemesis?
Nemesis.
Nemesis Gaming League. Back at it again.
Back at it again, Nemesis.
Oh, Nemesis. Oh, Nemesis, don't do it. Don't do it.
Oh man, yeah, that actually is a pro tip because I think we've all been victims of that. You know, you're just kind of spamming to get into the lobby. You're not even really thinking about it. You're used to, the competitive grind where you just kind of spam to get to the next match as quickly as possible. But yeah, hanging over spectate just in case. That's a pro tip for sure.
It is. It took a lot of learning, a lot of misclicks and auto joins and very embarrassing moments where you have to reset lobbies, but it's a safe option. You just end up in spectating, and honestly now I just really sit in spectating until I'm told to join, then switch, because spectating kind of covers the chat for me a little bit, so if someone says something pre-game, I could actually read it properly too.
Boom, another pro strat for us right there.
That's what going on 4 seasons of Nemesis or whatever I'm at now. Yeah, 4 seasons of Nemesis will do for you.
Oh yeah,
Not a lot of practice.
that OG blood.
Yeah, a lot of failures in my past. I'll tell you, young whippersnapper.
We are just waiting now for a couple of players to join up, and we are going to get this right underway. Sorry for the delay, everybody. Novice League, can't expect too much from them. But it looks like we've got a couple of guys joining here right now, so I'm thinking that we're going to be able to get this underway here shortly.
Depends how big of a bathroom break Kaysen needed to take,
Yeah, see, so I guess that's how you say that is Kaysen. That makes sense, and it looks phonetic.
I have a question for you. Who are you
What's up?
excited to see tonight? What player really has your goose cooking?
To be honest, not really anybody stands out to me. To be honest with you, like I said earlier, Get Some of This and it's little Nyquil. I've seen both of them play before, and do some pretty good stuff. Snowy Wolf, I've also actually played with. I've a little bit, and he's pretty good whenever he's surrounded by a good team. So we might just see him pop off tonight.
I see a quadruple flip reset out of him.
Oh, that would be dirty. But we're finally ready to get in this action. Game 1. On the links, we've got Get Some of This, It's a Little NyQuil, Josh Takes Pills, and Whelps. We've got Chubbs, Snowy Wolf, and Kaysen. Starting it off, we've got Whelps with some early pressure. Snowy Wolf is going to try and take it and do something with it, but it gets cleared away. Chubbs is going to keep the pressure up. He's going to put one on net. Oh, and he's not able to get there and get it in, but that was a wide open net. Lynx just leaving tons of space, and Josh goes up but can't find the touch. Chubbs is going to put the first net in.
And what a 30 seconds of pressure right there by the Whelps, kind of coming out and just dominating the first 30 seconds. I think they got, what, 2 or 3 shots there? 3 shots in 30 seconds, and finally capitalize on one. And Novice, all you really need is put up a lot of shots. Eventually, they'll go in.
I agree. Whelps definitely made a statement with the first 30 seconds of this match coming on fiery. Kaysen's going to clear the ball away. He's going to follow it off the wall, taking it slow, puts it off the back wall, looking for a teammate, can't find one. Josh is going to clear it, and that's a mid ball. Chubbs is going to slow it down, try and get on top of his car, but get some of this, going to pinch it. A little bit of a double commit, but it's going to work in their favor as the ball slowly in the midfield. Snowy Wolf puts it off the back wall in front of the net. This could be dangerous. Chubbs is there, but he's not able to find the touch. It's NyQuil's going to take control of it. He puts it on. That is dangerous, but Snowy Wolf is able to get back and make a killer save. The ball gets clipped, sent over to the other side of the field. Kaysen off the back wall. Going to slow down. It was a bit awkward for him. Josh is up, but he can't find the touch. Snowy almost able to get it around little NyQuil, but not quite. As we get closer and closer to the midway point in this game, Lynx, Seabiscuit, what do they need to do? What are you seeing from them?
I think they just need to apply a little more pressure on their defensive end. A lot of times the ball is just kind of left to float in front of their net, and they need big clears, kind of like that, to get a goal.
Josh takes pills with a booming shot right there from the midfield. Chubb's trying to get back, but it doesn't looks like he might not have had any boost to be able to get there. And that's going to tie us up 1-1, just over 3 minutes left on the clock. So the ball's going to pinch off of the kickoff. It's a little NyQuil, awkward, but able to get a touch. Sends it over to Josh. Josh coming out of the corner. That's a dangerous ball. It's in front of net. NyQuil can't get to it. Snowy's going to slow it down. Misses his flick off the wall, straight to get some. Chubbs misses his touch, but Kaysen's there to back him up. Kaysen finds the touch, tries to get it over, but gets some. Challenging in the midfield. 2 minutes, 30 seconds left. Oh, it's little NyQuil almost able to put one in. Josh is going to keep the pressure up for his team. That's a dangerous ball. It's in front of the net. Nobody's touching it. Kaysen stops it. That's unfortunate.
And a real cluster truck here happened in front of the goal here, and Chubbs with an unfortunate miss, and Kaysen kind of just set up for failure there as gets some of this. Comes in and gets him a big
gets
goal.
Gets him some of that.
Gets him some of that.
Get some of this. Just got him a little bit of that on Snowy Wolf right there as he comes in with an early demo. Kaysen able to get it past him. Puts it out center. But Josh is going to get the bump. Back to get some. Gets it past Chubbs. That's in the midfield, but Snowy going to get the touch on it, sending it back. Josh going to keep the pressure alive. Kaysen off the back wall. Finds the touch. That could be dangerous. Chubbs is there, though. He's able to send it to the midfield. NyQuil pops it up, trying to keep something happening. He sticks with it. He's able to block the clear. Sends it out to the mid, but he doesn't have a teammate ready for him. Chubbs tries to take it, but gets some. He's going to put it off the back wall. This could be dangerous. NyQuil is there, but his shot just barely goes wide. We've seen that a couple of times so far, Seabiscuit, with NyQuil taking that shot, but not being very accurate with it.
Yeah, and I'm not trying to say it's in a bashing way, but it is obviously accuracy is expected to be a slight issue. But if you're the Whelps, and I guess as the Whelps GM myself, I kind of have to be happy that Lynx is kind of struggling with accuracy right now, or we could be looking at a 3-1, maybe even a 4-1 game right now.
That's definitely true.
A lot has to be cleaned up.
It's definitely true. With just barely a minute left, Whelps have got to figure out something. Is Kaysen almost able to air dribble it past the defenders, but they stopped him. Snowy Wolf's going to keep the pressure up for his team, but NyQuil is able to clear it out past the midfield. He finds the read off the top of the car. As the ball's pinched to the wall, that's in the middle. Josh able to hit it. That's back mid. Josh is going to go for it a second time, but his shot's going to go wide. The ball's left. Chubbs is going to send it down. Kaysen able to get the 50, able to get another 50. Can Welps do anything with that? Snowy's there. He gets the touch on it, but it goes weird. Josh sends it back to the mid to Chubbs, who's waiting. Chubbs puts it on, but NyQuil able to stop it. Kaysen gets beat by little NyQuil. Snowy Wolf at the front post. Oh my, Josh weaving the needle or threading the needle right there.
And a great counter and a great read here off of a subpar touch there by Snowy Wolf, and goes right out to him, and he takes a shot and gets himself a 2-goal lead and probably seals game 1 here for the Lynx, barring any good kickoffs.
Yeah, only 10 seconds left with Lynx being up by 2, looking like they're going to take game 1 of this best-of-5 series. The ball only has to drop at this point. Snowy Wolf's trying to keep it up. Kaysen also, it's sent to the mid. That's going to drop. Lynx is going to be the winner of game number 1.
And a good win it was. I mean, a lot of pressure. They kind of flipped the script on me the second I brought up that first 30 seconds of the Whelps having pressure. It felt like the next 4 minutes and 30 seconds was just the Lynx living in the Whelps half. And if the Whelps were on offense, you felt like you were seeing a mirage in the desert or something. They need to really figure out how to get out of their half this second game, or they could be looking in a very dangerous spot of what could happen soon to them throughout the series.
I agree. Like you said, they had that early pressure. They got 3 shots in the first 30 seconds, but at the end of the game, they only had 4 shots. They were only able to find 1 more shot throughout 4.5 minutes a game. That's just not what you want to see. That's not how we win ball games. So hopefully, like you said, they're able to turn something around and be a bit more aggressive in the match and give Lynx a run for their money. And we are just waiting on one player to ready up as we're going to get into the next match, game 2 of this best-of-5 series. Lynx is going to be up by 1 here. What are you hoping to see aside from the obvious, Seabiscuit, Whelps pulling it together? Are you expecting anything special from anybody in particular?
I think Chubbs can play better in what he is. I know it's my little brother, so I have a little more insight than the average person on his abilities and what he's capable of doing. But he looked very scared to play the ball there in that game 1. And I know he's a passive person and a passive player, but there was a lot of opportunities he left on the table by just running to the other end of the field. And I think if he's just a little more aggressive there, they get a lot of goals and possibly get a win here. But on the flip side for Lynx, if they improve their accuracy from game 1 to game 2, Whelps are in a world of trouble for that.
And we're going to see as we get into this kickoff for game 2, it's going to go in favor of the Lynx here. Get some is up for it. Josh tries to get one past, but Snowy is able to make a good stop. Kaysen's going to find a 50 in the midfield, but he leaves the ball. And so does Snowy. Chubbs and Snowy going to double there, unfortunately, as Josh is going to take control of the ball. Send it down, trying to get it past Kaysen. Kaysen finds a touch. Josh is there and finds the angle.
And good control here by Josh to take advantage of the fact that, kind of what I was saying, the Whelps are just really lacking aggression. It's just leaving balls sitting there for Lynx to have a counterattack, and Josh just walks it down the side of the field and gets a pretty free shot out of it.
Yeah, he definitely shoved the ball down their throats right there. Chubbs is going to try and come in and answer, just barely missing, but able to get another touch and send it mid. No Whelps are there to put a shot on net, though, unfortunately. Snowy going to find a big touch in the midfield, get it past 1 defender, tries to get it past 2, but Josh is going to stop Kaysen coming in with a big demo, down to Chubbs. Chubbs makes the touch. Can he get to it? He can. He beats NyQuil. He gets it down. He's going to follow it into the corner. He puts it in front of the net. Snowy is there, narrowly missing. Good defense right there from Lynx, Seabiscuit. Oh my! Snowy with a killer stop right there. Woo! That was good stuff. Oh! And Kaysen with the answer. putting one downfield, barely getting it by the defender.
What a transition of defense. A great save on Chubb's Doomsday, then a great retreating save by the Whelps, and just back to back to back counterattacks. And Whelps are the lucky recipients of the goal in that situation, but amazing defense on both ends to even stop the other two shots prior.
Definitely something you love to see in the novice league, and that's going to tie us up with just a minute and a half gone so far. Still a lot of Rocket League left to play in this game 2. Could go in anybody's favor. Snowy is going to take control, come off the wall, just barely find his second touch. He's not able to recover. Kaysen, woo, coming in, putting a heater on net.
An absolute banger from the right corner here by Kaysen. Kaysen lines this up and just puts a whole sledgehammer behind it and shoots it. I feel bad for NyQuil there because he might as well have taken a nap there. He wasn't getting to that ball.
72 miles an hour might be the fastest shot that we see from the Novice League tonight. That was a laser. Josh was up trying to find the touch off the backboard, but couldn't get the angle. Kaysen flicks, and that's an empty net. Oh, Josh was able to get back. Thought that net was empty. Whelps was going to go up by 1. Josh with a good save, but then he got immediately demoed. Get some, trying to make any touch he can. Chubb's going to take control of it. Oh, balls 2, almost gets a solo play. That would have been a star play right there. Snowy puts one on, but a bit of a double commit coming out from Kaysen. Josh with a big save on that play. Halfway done, Seabiscuit. We're seeing some high octane stuff from these novice players.
Yeah, just some crazy plays and really impressive mechanics, both sides. I mean, I think both teams are finally starting to settle in a little bit here, getting over those stream nerves and just playing their game. And it looks a lot better in Game 2 than Game 1 did, and that's great to see if you're a Lynx or Whelps fan out here.
Yeah, that is the best thing that you love to see. You know, everybody not everybody, but most people have, you know, those nerves, and we get it. But usually after Game 1, you got to shake them things off and get to your game, as Biscuit said. And that's exactly what Chubbs is trying to do right there. He's up, but it just goes high. Kaysen is going to find the touch in the midfield and send it back down, keeping the pressure. Chubbs in the midfield. Can he find the second touch? He does. That could be on. That's in. Woo! That was a big shot from Chubbs.
I take credit for that one. I taught him this one. It's all me. But honestly, a really great read by Chubbs. Really good job taking advantage of a second touch off the wall. It's a very important mechanic or game style to have in lower leagues that'll help him in future when he plays in higher leagues. That second touch off the wall is critical all the way through.
I agree with that. I still practice those myself almost every day. Oh my goodness, Josh puts a heater on net, but Kaysen's able to make a good stop. Little NyQuil is going to keep some pressure, but Kaysen still being the brick wall that he's been all this series. Josh is there. He puts it in front and gets some of this. Is going to clean it up.
Yeah, great play here by Get Some and Josh. I mean, Get Some gets the ball middle. Josh hits it. And I think Snowy might have that saved, but Get Some says, you ain't getting this. This is going to the other direction of you. And gets a goal and brings it back within 1.
Get Some of this is trying as much as he can to get his team back into this match. With only 1 minute left, they're only down by 1 is very, very possible. Snowy in the corner. It's going to miss his second touch. Get Some. He's going to send it back to the mid, but Kaysen's easily touches it out. Ooh, get some of this. Fires one across, but it's a little bit too fast for any of his teammates to react to. The ball's left. Kaysen's going to find the touch. Sends it straight to Get Some. Get Some puts it up. This could be dangerous. He finds a second touch, and he puts it in.
What a read off the ceiling, I'm pretty sure, here by Get Some. Get Some says, you know what? I fired one across earlier. No one was there. I'm just going to solo play this off the ceiling and tie up this series. Give my team life with 45 seconds left.
I'm super surprised that Lynx has yet to win a game this season, especially if this has been their roster the whole time, which I'm not 100% sure that it has been. I'm thinking that it's undergone some sort of changes. But if it has been, wowzers. These guys are playing absolutely out of their minds right now. able to come back from such a grand deficit. Oh, Kaysen is there in the mid, and none of the Lynx are ready for that.
What a read by Kaysen off this bounce from the pass from Chubbs, and Kaysen just comes in and rifles another shot. He's just swinging baseball bats at these balls and just sending them flying. It's crazy to watch.
A little under 30 seconds left. That puts Whelps up by 1. So Lynx really need to get something happen and generate some sort of offense here, or they're going to drop this, and we're going to have the series be 1-1. 10 seconds left. We know that they're vibing. They got to get something going right here, but Chubbs is going to break it up. These last couple seconds, the ball only needs to touch the ground. This could be dangerous if they can keep it up. NyQuil finds a touch. It's in the mid. Get some is up, but Chubbs makes an integral and booming clear. Kaysen almost keeps it up, but it's going to drop, and Whelps are going to take game 2.
And that was a scary moment there by Snowy Wolf, keeping the ball up for the other team and giving them an opportunity. I really felt like Lynx had a chance to capitalize, but thank God for the Whelps that Chubbs was able to come in and just bang that ball away and get it out of danger.
Snowy might have just wanted to go to OT and finish this game, the real way that you really need to finish games in OT.
Yeah,
5-minute OTs are the best. Real men.
Real men. We're going to get some 20-minute OT. We're going to set some records today. Game 5, 20-minute OT. You heard it here first.
Oof, man. That would be a rough cast. No joke.
I might need a nap by the end. I won't lie.
And we are about to get into this game 3. This has been some good novice action so far, especially where novice is concerned. 1-1. Whelps versus Lynx. All we need is just for these boys to join up, and we are ready to go. What are you expecting? Are you expecting Whelps to sort of carry the same momentum that they had?
If Kaysen keeps hitting the ball like he's hitting the ball at the net, it's going to be really hard for Lynx to stop him. And if forbid Snowy or Chubb starts shooting even close to like that, it's going to be a hard climb for Lynx.
I'm not gonna lie, Chubbs with that solo play, almost balling the entire team. If he does something like that, oh man, that's crazy. I almost went crazy with that. But Snowy Wolf's gonna take control of it right now off the backboard, going for the double touch, but not able to find it. Chubbs trying to keep the pressure, but get some. Is gonna send it over to the side, break up some of that pressure. Big touch near the ceiling. Josh tries to keep it, but it gets hit away. Kaysen trying to 50 with NyQuil, but NyQuil is going to send it down. Snowy is able to get the touch, but gets demoed by NyQuil. Kaysen can't find it in the corner. Chubbs is going to keep the pressure, get some. He's going to send it back out. Ball's going to float in mid. Kaysen taking his time. He's going to send it down. Over gets some. Tries to take it off Josh, but Josh finds the touch, sends it up. Snowy's there, sends it down. This could be dangerous, but NyQuil is going to send it to the side. Snowy puts it back mid, but it's sent out all the way back down to Whelps' defensive zone. With a little over a minute gone so far, Seabiscuit, we're seeing a lot of back and forth from this, and I'm liking it.
Yeah, I think it's both teams realizing how important this game 3 is. I mean, winner here puts the other team on match point, so I don't think either team really wants to overextend, overdo it, and give up a goal early and be looking down the barrel of a gun that is being on match point, which is much harder to do.
Lynx going to start us off as Josh comes in and finds his second touch off of the backboard, sneaking it by Kaysen.
And that passive aggressiveness will bite you in the butt. Whoever decides to be aggressive first could get the goal first, and Lynx just did it. Now it's time for Whelps to try to figure out how to be a little more aggressive and try to tie this game back up.
With a little over 3 minutes left on the clock, Chubbs is going to try and send it to the mid, but he gets pinched with one of the Lynx players. NyQuil and Josh looks like they missed their touch right there. Or excuse me, not Josh, but NyQuil and get some. Josh finds the second touch, sends it back to the mid. Kaysen's waiting. He puts it on, but Josh is able to get back, make an amazing save out of the top 90. That would have been a beautiful shot. Chubbs gets it on top, tries to get it past the defender, but Josh smacks it down. It's up in the corner. Josh finds another touch, but this could be dangerous. It's out in the mid. Kaysen's there. He doesn't get the touch he's looking for. Chubbs puts it on, and Josh tries he might, isn't able to get the save.
Yeah, and good high touch by Kaysen, draws out a double commit, and Chubb's just sitting right there to take the shot, and Josh unable to react fast enough, and we're back to a tie match here on a very pivotal game 3.
Half of the match being elapsed so far, tied up 1-1. This is exactly what everybody wants to see. This is the nail-biting suspense that we love. As the ball's floating in the mid, Chubbs is going to take control of it, gets a pinch, sends it around. Getsom's able to get to it, though, and send it safely away from his net. He gets it past one of the defenders for Josh. Josh gets it past the second one, but Snowy playing brick wall as he finds a second touch and a second block. Kaysen in the corner, sends it out. Chubb's going to take control, send it down, chases it, but Josh is going to take it, put it to the mid. And I got to say, Welps commanding a little bit of the pressure. Oh no, it's Chubbs is going to come in. I didn't quite see what was happening right there as I was looking at the scoreboard. Seabiscuit, fill me in.
Just a big touch by Kaysen right over the last defender. No one able to really find it. And I'm going to say, I think Chubbs just stole a goal, and Kaysen's probably not happy about it. But hey, a secure goal is a secure goal, and a secure lead is better than my stats looking good.
That is very, very true. You can't win by yourself. This is a threes league after all. Takes all three to win and lose the match. Snowy's going to send it out of the corner and follow it in the mid. Gets some. Was able to take it from him. The ball gets pinched. Josh is going to take it up the sidewall in the corner. He's going to come off the ceiling. He misses his touch, though. Kaysen is able to knock it away. Down to Chubbs, who gets a boomer. But gets some. Is able to knock it safely to the side. Gets a second touch in the corner. Josh going for the pass play. Gets some. Pass play, but Josh turned off. He should have stayed up. That would have been a beautiful play for Lynx. The ball is in the mid. Chubbs is going to touch it. Down to Josh. Josh puts one on, but Kaysen playing good defense. Able to get the stop. Kaysen again. Find a second touch off the wall, but he is not able to. Chubbs is going to put a boomer on, but it's just barely high. Snowy off the backboard. Do they have a third man? No, they don't. Get some. He's going to send it down. Chubbs gets it past one of the defender, but Josh is there. Ooh! That was almost a good redirect from Gitsum, but that narrowly missed. 30 seconds. Welps only have to hold this for a little bit longer, Seabiscuit.
Yeah, 30 seconds, and it's now the pressure starting to mount for both teams. You don't have a secure lead, so the Welps need to keep playing strong. You don't have a unattainable goal as Lynx, and you got to keep pushing hard, but we'll see who cracks first. If the Welps can hold on for 12 seconds or the Lynx can be strong and power through.
In these final seconds, Lynx needs something right here. This could be it. It's up. Josh flicks it. Getsum is up, but Snowy sends it out. And that is going to sit down, and the Welps are going to take this game 3, sending them up by 1 in the series. They only need one more point to go home with the win tonight.
And that's a big confidence booster. Now the Welps are in position for that gentleman's sweep where you kindly offer the other team game 1 and then win the next 3. But Lynx, I think they just need to really up the pressure. I mean, at this point, you have nothing to lose. Like, just send it all. Just send her, bud, and let it happen. Like, if you lose trying your hardest, it's better than, losing while you're playing passive and scared. So, at least in my opinion.
I definitely agree with you right there. You got nothing to lose at this point because you're already losing. So you might as well put it all on the line and go as hard in the paint as you can. We want to see Lynx from game 1 pull this out and send us into we're in this game 4. So if they can win this, send us into a game 5.
That's how numbers
Sorry,
work?
my math is terrible.
How do numbers work again?
I don't know. Oh my, Kaysen almost able to get the early goal, but get some, able to make the stop. Josh gonna put it straight into Wolf. Uh-oh, there's a bit of a miss coming out. Chubbs put it on net, but get some, able to make the stop. Kaysen's up. He finds the touch, but It's going to go wide. Snowy sends it back to the mid. Kaysen with a 50. This could be some good pressure. The ball is dangerous. Snowy is up. He touches it, but Josh is able to get a big clear. Kaysen touches the ball, goes to the side. Chubbs with a big touch. He's going to try and follow it, but he can't find it. Josh sends it down, but Snowy's going to keep his team's pressure on. Gets some, slows it down a little bit, pops it, but Kaysen's not fooled. He finds it in the mid. Over to Josh as both teams ping pong back and forth a little bit right here, Seabiscuit. We're seeing a lot of what we saw from last game.
Yeah, this feels like game one almost all over again for the time being. Welch just a ton of pressure, just not a goal yet to start off the match. And, history is doomed to repeat itself, as some people would say. Well, this could be a good sign for Lynx fans. But if they can't break out of that pressure, it's a great sign for Welch fans.
Can't disagree with that. As we saw from last game that Welps, all they have to do is keep the pressure applied and Lynx defense will crack. But they are still holding up right now as we reach the 3-minute 30-second point. Get some on the backboard, trying to get it past, but Snowy is going to find it. Bit of a double, almost a triple commit from the Welps right there, but one of the Welps started to get back. Chubbs realized, turned around. Snowy Wolf sends it off the backboard. Chubbs tries to find a touch, but he can't. Snowy does find the touch, though, and he gets it around the defender and is going to sink one.
Yeah, and Josh took the wrong pill there. He went for the corner boost instead of staying behind his teammate, and sadly, it went right over NyQuil, and Josh not there to save him, trying to get that boost, being a little greedy, playing like the true NA players we may be.
It's always unfortunate when you see someone go boost over ball, but those are the type of mistakes that people still make in novice and do get punished for. Josh trying to make up for his mistake there, puts it in front of the net, gets some, almost able to get some, but it just narrowly goes wide. NyQuil trying to keep the pressure. Kaysen flicks one, gets it past the second one, but it just barely misses. It was almost exact. Helps need secure a 2-goal lead and secure the pressure. Ooh! Get some, almost puts another one in. Josh coming in, but Chubbs able to play a good defense. Snowy with the double touch.
Snowy just going coast to coast, California to Florida here. Reads it off of it's NyQuil. It's NyQuil having a rough time here in defense. He gets flicked by one and now gets dunked by another for a nice little double tap read and a 2-goal lead.
Snowy's been on point with his offensive challenges so far this match. Able to put his team up by 2. Chubbs is there. Nobody in net for Lynx. Got to wonder what was going on.
It is just raining buckets right now. Like, is Uncle Drew in here, Kyrie Irving? Hello? Chubbs coming in, getting a 3rd goal for his team, and it feels like the Wolves might be heating up. It's either Lynx need to slow it down now or it could get ugly.
I definitely can't disagree with you there. 2 minutes left. It's still a lot of time, but Lynx really got to turn on the fire, and it seems like they're slowing down instead of speeding up, which is exactly the opposite of what they need to do. Josh trying to get something and get some, almost able to sink another one. He has been quite unlucky so far, but Kaysen is going to take control and ball it.
Oh, and I can hear my little brother upstairs screaming about that one, so I know it was good. Kaysen just taking 2 to the goal and getting a 4-goal lead with 1:50 left, and Welps looking like I thought they should have looked the whole time.
That might have been the nail in the coffin for Lynx here, as they have been scored on 4 times so far and have not been able to answer back. Pretty demoralizing situation. Snowy in the midfield, but gets some. Is going to slam it down. Chubbs trying to do something, but Kaysen's going to 50 with Josh. Snowy sends it out. Kaysen finds a second touch, gets it past one of the defenders. He recovers, tries to get it past another one, but Josh is going to 50. Snowy going to come in to help him out. Sent back out. Chubbs shot on net. Snowy trying to clean up, but Josh playing big defender. Only a minute left. I mean, Seabiscuit, what are you if you're in the Link shoes right now, what's going through your mind?
1,000 different things right now. Just thoughts about random mistakes, thoughts of times when you got flicked, and trying to figure out what can I do right now to try to bring this a little closer and at least give my team a few chances at a few kickoff goals. And they got to figure out one here sooner. Statistically, they're out of this.
And every second that winds down, I mean, you can get a second. I mean, you can get a goal in 2 seconds off of the kickoff. I've seen it, but for that to happen 4 times in a row, well, chances are probably better for you to find a golden goose at the top of a beanstalk, if you know what I'm saying. But Snowy is going to try and stat pad a little bit right here. In the last 15 seconds, it's going to go wide, get some, pinching it back in front of his net. And Chubbs is going to come in and stat pad a little bit here. 2 goals and 3 saves for that man.
That's my brother for you right there. Yep. Why let the clock go down when I can get another goal and look good for a possible player of the week performance? You know what I'm saying?
I definitely know what you're saying there. Welps taking game 4 in a dominating fashion, and they're going to put the ball down and take this. Congratulations to the Whelps on a game well played. And unfortunately for the Lynx, they're going to go home tonight still without a win, 0-4 to their record.
Yeah, and I still can't believe they're 0-4. I mean, they're playing a undefeated Whelps team, right? Yeah. Undefeated Whelps team who has been pretty dominant so far throughout Novice League, and they really held their own. I mean, the reporting will say 3-1, but there was very many scenarios. This could have been a 3-0 Lynx. This could have been a game 5 overtime. Like, you never knew what was going to happen here. And the only game that I could for sure say down to the wire was over was really this one with a 5-0 win. Otherwise, it was all 1-goal games, 2-goal game. I mean, really close series. Great job by the Lynx, but a phenomenal job just to seal the victory in game 4 by the Whelps and just put their foot down on the situation and stomp out all the hope that Lynx had to gain that win and push for game 5.
Most definitely, most definitely. You love to see it. And that's going to wrap us up, everybody, for our first match. Really appreciate you coming out. Remember, stick around. We got another match coming right up in a little bit. Prospect League, Banshees versus Origin. It's going to be a banger of a match. Seabiscuit, appreciate you joining me here in the booth. Always a pleasure. Oh, we got an interview. I'm sorry. Of course, we've got an interview. Don't let me get rid of y'all just yet. We're going to be getting somebody in here, hopefully post haste, I'm sure, to get interviewed by us. But like I was saying, after the interview, we got another match, Banshees versus Origin. Like I said earlier, after that, there's going to be rival match, Distortion versus Kings. So definitely stick around. Definitely stick around if you're not a part of the Discord. Oh, we got Kaysen in here. Kaysen, how you doing, my man?
Doing good. How about you?
Doing pretty good, pretty good. Congratulations on the win.
Thank you.
So I gotta ask, right before, okay, let's take it back to game 2. You're in game 2. You're starting game 2. Y'all are down by 1. What's going through y'all's minds? What's going through y'all's comms?
It was a lot of like first game jitters. It was like stop being nervous. We need to have a more set and sturdy defense. We were like letting up way too many plays in the backfield. We were letting up way too many shots. We just needed to capitalize on that.
Most definitely, most definitely. And then after that game 2, y'all gained some great momentum, and as we saw in game 3, and then going into game 4, let's flip the script. You know, what was going through y'all's comms then? Was it a stark, black and white difference?
We most definitely. The confidence was there. We showed up first, scored 2 goals pretty early on, had a lot of confidence. We were like putting good shots on net, having a lot of possession. We were controlling the game. We were extremely strong. We were just really confident. It was definitely different from the first game.
I'm loving it. Well, unfortunately, we are running a little bit behind schedule, so we're going to have to wrap this up. I really appreciate you coming in with us, Kaysen, and doing this little interview. Congratulations again, my guy, on the win.
Thank you.
And everybody, we're gonna be right back here in just a couple of minutes with our next match prospect. So stick around. We'll see you on a few.
All right, what is going on, everybody? We are back for our second matchup of the night, and I am once again joined by my good friend and assistant GM, Merely. What's going on, Merely?
Not much, not much. It feels like it's been a while since we casted. Maybe it hasn't, I'm doing great. Happy to be back casting again, and one of arguably our best matchup of the night in store for us.
Oh yeah, should be another good one. It does seem like it has been a little bit since we casted. It's been a while, but we're back at it again here. Quick before we get this one going though, got to give a couple of quick shout outs to It's Ferda for the 1 month sub from earlier, and also Rogue with the Prime sub. Much love for them, and also we have a caster bias that has been activated for the series. By Jaegers, full series caster bias from Jaegers, who's going to be playing this matchup for Origin. And you know what, Merely, I think this might be the most well-used caster bias, considering that not only are we going to be talking against the Banshees, but we're also going to be rooting on our boys in Origin. So
Yeah, it does make it a little bit easier. So I guess thanks for letting us have an excuse to be a little bit more biased than usual, as both of us are obviously going to be. Well, as casters, we are completely unbiased and want the best team to win. But as AGM and GM of Evolution, we are secretly hoping that Origin will take this matchup. And the caster's bias against Banshees will help a little bit.
I would agree. I would agree there. So we'll have to see how it's going to go this one. You guys still have a little bit of time to get your predictions in. I'm going to throw it to Merely in just a second. But right now there is 45,000 points on the Banshees and 3K on Origin. So get those predictions in. You got about a minute and a half from me saying this right now to get your channel point predictions in. Just click in the bottom left. Use those channel points. Get some betting in. Get some channel points back. But Merely, I'll bring it to you here in this one. Banshees versus Origin. We didn't really really preview the teams at all. We just got to go right into it. We're a little behind schedule. So who are you taking this one?
You know what? Once again, a little bit of bias, but I gotta go Origin on this one. Also, for the fact that apparently I did have a short conversation with Chillin earlier, and apparently they are missing one of their starting players, potentially one of their key players. I cannot remember his name at this point, but he is on their starting roster, so they are going to be playing with a sub. And for that reason, I definitely think this will be at least an even matchup. I'd even give Origin a tiny bit of an edge here, even though they do have a slightly worse record.
Yeah, it looks like they're missing their top player as we're going to get them joined in here. They're missing Disco DD, who's 1353 in the Prospect League. So he's the top of the board there. They're missing him, but it looks like they're going to go with Chillin, Flying High, and TTV Death Trap. And then over in the orange for Origin, Origin here with Jaeger, Origin maybe Jaeger's Lightning God and Pygo. And let's get the caster bias underway as we get to hype up Origin, talk down a little bit on the Banshees. As this one off the backboard, Chillin already backflipping, much expected here as he messes that one up. Death Trap, and not threatening at all as Pygo. Gonna clear it out in the midfield. The weakest shot ever from Chillin, but Lightning God gonna clear it away. And so far nothing too threatening. Merely.
Yeah, not much to see so far. Both teams just feeling each other out a little bit. Surprisingly, not that many mistakes from the Banshees yet, as they have had a decent amount of pressure. But both teams holding strong here. Yet to see who's going to make the first big mistake.
Yeah, we'll have to see. I like the big text on the top of the screen. C Money, good production value. Just kidding. We love C Money, but throw it out there real quick. And this one a little bit more of a fun matchup. Hopefully, as the Banshees miss a wide open net here, still unable to capitalize as Origin trying to make something happen. Chillin can't pass to his teammate. They're still struggling here. Still cannot find the back of the net despite all the pressure. Now Lightning God popping it up to Flying High, who sends it in the middle. But Banshees, they still can't find the touch. And yeah, Merely, despite all these shots, still nothing. I mean, actually, they've only got one shot despite all the pressure, and they still can't hit it in as another huge whiff comes out from Chillin.
Yeah, definitely should be a couple more shots here from the Banshees if they were playing better. And also should be a goal by this point, in all honesty. But you can see the nerves working their way in. And all of a sudden, it's actually Origin on the counterattack, but they also will get shut down.
Yeah, nothing there for Jaegers. He thought about scoring the open net. It would have been too easy for our boy Jaegers here, so he's gonna let that one be. The Banshees still can't clear it out. Jaegers sending it high. Good pass from him as Pygo Gonna send off the back wall, looking for the shot. He's gonna put it in. Pygo able to send it by the Banshees defender. Is just stuck in mud on the goal line.
And Pygo, aka Organic Peanut Butter, gets a nice hard hit to the backboard. Defender is completely lost in the sauce. Can't even get a touch from either of them, and he's gonna roll that one in.
Where does this Organic Peanut Butter name come from? I'm so confused about that. I think we're all gonna need an explanation about this.
Pygo is known to have some chaotic usernames in the. I don't think this is anything unusual for him.
Oh, I see it. I see it in the top left now. He joined his Organic Peanut Butter and then left. So yeah. Pygo's he's a little bit of a chaotic character, but I mean he's scoring. So I mean really at the end of the day, that's all that matters in this one. Is Organic Peanut Butter gonna get the clear to the side? And now taking it down, looking for the flick. TTV Death Trap, just fortunate to be in the way of that one somehow. As the Banshee's still just doing nothing at all. Chilling. Just gonna be blocked away by Jaegers. To the side now, Pygo. Blocked by Flying High, Lightning. On the catch here, gonna flick it up, past one. Just taking it by the entire team. Banshee's nowhere to be found. Is this one dropping towards the middle? A double commit comes out, and that one gonna be saved away. Chillin', the luckiest save of his life, just somehow jumped up and barely touched it away.
A good recovery from a terrible play initially, as Chillin got a little bit fortunate to be in just the right position to double jump and barely hit them off the crossbar, but it won't matter as Pygo puts in another goal.
Pygoat here coming in on this one. Chillin just too slow, Flying High with a great pass. That's a great pass moment if I were quick chatting in the game. As he passed right to him and gonna send in the back of the net, so there you have it. Origin just easily taking a 2-0 lead as the Banshees are just running each other over. Just absolutely no chemistry. It looks like Disco really was carrying this team together, and now they are definitely struggling here. As Jaegers to Lightning God, trying to make something happen. Not gonna go this time, but still 2-0 lead here for Origin in this one.
Yeah, and they're kind of just shutting down the Banshees, as the series or as the game progresses. They initially came out with quite a bit of pressure, but after they missed about 13 shots in a row, it looks like they've completely given up for this game. Maybe not quite yet, though. The caster bias working against me.
Yeah, caster bias is kind of evil there. I'm not sure what was happening with Jaegers here. I guess he's kind of letting him get one here, chilling. It felt bad for all the misses from earlier, so Pygo had to give him one. That's some respect right there. Let him have a goal. Make it seem like it's a close game, but in reality, you've got all the pressure, all the control as well.
You do love to see the sportsmanship. Honestly, they might just be setting up the Brazil. I'm sure they could score 5 more goals easily.
Yeah, I mean, if they really tried for it, I would have to agree. Brazil, it's pretty easy to do when you're as good as Origin is and as bad as the Banshees are right now. So we'll have to see if they go for it, or maybe just try to keep it close. We'll have to see. Final 30 seconds now. Origin and Jaegers getting a bump. Death Trap, right passing it back to Jaegers. Is Flying High bumped out of the way, driving backwards now for some reason. Chilling another backflip. He is struggling with his car right now. Not sure what's going on here as he misses another ball. This one being sent away. Origin just got to hold on for the final 10 seconds, which they, should do pretty easily here. As the time ticks down, not even threatened here as a Rule 1 pops up, and just the easiest save of Pygo's life there as Origin takes game 1.
Yeah, Pygo didn't even have to do much there. He sat in net, knew the shot was not going to be good at all. Knew he could just double jump, tap it down, and that's exactly what he did. To take, even though it's only a 2-1 lead, still a comfortable victory for Origin.
Yeah, pretty solid win. Didn't even really have to try there, so you'll love to see it as that's gonna wrap up game number 1. But Origin 1-0, not even, like you said, not even really trying here. So I don't know what's gonna happen in game 2. I mean, do they let the Banshees get one here and just give them a game?
They might. That could be a strategy. Maybe let them feel like they have a little bit of hope. Honestly, as far as we're talking strategy for Banshees, without Disco, they don't look that great. So maybe their strategy should just be to go find Disco, whatever he's doing, and bring him on, because they're not winning this series without him.
Yeah, that's true. They are not looking too good. Let's just keep it at that. And Origin, of course, they are looking really good. So
Insane.
and insanely good. I mean, just so much pressure, so many goals, just too solid, just too good in this one. Oh, something I forgot to say while we reset the lobby here quick, as per request of Origin. Speaking of Origin, actually the stream voted matchup is going to go for Faded versus Origin on Monday. That was the first stream voted matchup of the night. So not only is the caster bias on, but I guess the viewer bias is on as well, as they're going to be on stream on Monday as well, and that should be actually all caster bias aside, that should be an interesting matchup with the new look Faded, and actually Faded has Parallax, who was on Origin last season, looking for maybe a revenge game.
Yeah, maybe a little bit of revenge that Parallax will be looking for in that matchup. Definitely think it'll be a good one, especially if Origin can play as well as they're playing in this series. I definitely expect that to be a good matchup. I like to see the love for Origin on stream.
Yes, sir. I would have to agree here. That should be an exciting one. But we're getting the players joined back in the lobby right now, having a couple of Rocket League lobby issues. Of course, why not? Why not? They're trying to stop the caster bias. The caster bias is too strong, merely. I think we're a little bit overpowered here.
Yeah, maybe a little bit. Someone redeemed caster bias on Rocket League servers.
They took him down. I think the Banshees, they weren't having any of this. They said, all right, you got caster bias on us. We're just gonna, put some caster bias on the Rocket League servers. So, I see how it is.
What are you gonna do? It looks like we will finally be getting into a lobby. There we go.
There we go. It's alive. The lobby is alive. So we get the players in here in just a second. But yeah, so far so easy for Origin, who also has the full series caster bias. If you're just joining us, full series caster bias on Banshees, which basically means me as the GM of Evolution and merely as assistant GM of Evolution. We get to hype up our team, which is kind of nice. I kind of like this. It's the good kind of bias, it's sanctioned bias. They're allowing us to be biased.
Exactly. The people voted. This is what the people wanted. Okay. Well, this is what one person specifically wanted, I guess.
And it may have been Jaegers.
It may have been a player on Origin, but
it may have
nonetheless.
But I mean, he uses channel points, so you know what? If you want to use your channel points, go ahead and do it. I'd be. You know what would be interesting, merely, is if we had someone redeem full series caster bias against Origin as well at the same time.
Yeah.
Have the double reverse. I don't even know how that would work out.
That's what Chillin wanted to redeem, and I feel like at that point we just talk bad about both teams, and just insult them.
That's
respectfully, of course.
Respectfully talk trash about the teams, as always. Well, I mean, I don't know. I guess we're not going to find out today. But we are going to find out is how badly Origin is going to smack the Banshees in Game 2.
Yes, and personally, I can't wait. Oh my goodness, there's almost a freestyle opportunity there for Jaegers. I know he was looking at it.
He thought about it. Would have been, again, too easy. You got to watch out for those easy opportunities there. As looks like Pygo, the carry, is still struggling. I know they want a new lobby, but I'm starting to think it's just Pygo's internet, as the pool shot attempt from the Banshees coming out, trying to go towards Ordinet, and Chillin has backflipped yet again. I think the caster bias is getting to him. He's backflipped about 5 or 6 times when you're watching him.
Oh my goodness, what a save from Pygo. Yeah, for Chillin's own sake, I feel like he might have the stream open. If he does, I would recommend you to close it. You're not going to hear anything you want to hear.
Watch it back later and see how bad we are about the trash talk. But yeah, we'll have to see for Chillin's sake, and for our caster bias sake. Hopefully he keeps backflipping. As Origin, just too strong. Honestly, it might not even be the stream, really. I think it's just Origin putting the fear in the hearts of Chillin here. And when you got such a team that is so good on the other side of the pitch, sometimes all there is to do is backflip and miss the ball.
Yeah. I've never considered that play before, but I definitely think I've employed that strategy multiple times.
It definitely does work. It has been known to work, and Origin, they're the masters of it. As Jaegers, he's going up in the air again, flying high. Can't make the touch. Pygo with an opportunity here. Gonna pop it up high. And Lightning got off the backboard. Would have been too easy of a goal there for him. He's just gonna let that one be. Keep things at 0-0. And now this one popped up, Jaegers. Doesn't want
It
to
was
touch
a
that one.
impossible read.
Impossible read right there from Jaegers. He was never going to make that touch, so we can't expect him, as good as Origin is, you can't hit everything. And Jaegers, he's trying to get to this one, gonna bop it up high. Good pass there. Death Trap just gonna fly right by it. It's chilling. Gonna send it down. Another miss comes out from the Banshees. Really struggling here, flying high, last man back. Passing it right to Pygo, who has an opportunity here. But flying high, barely, luckily, gonna get the touch away, and still at 0-0. Origin, merely playing with their food a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit. That was a great pass from Flying High, but I think Pygo or Lightning God just felt a little bit bad about scoring that one. So, they want to keep the game going for now. Keep the score even. Make it seem like it's competitive. I'm sure any second now we'll see the triple flip resets come out. And once again, it'll be Origin in the lead.
Yeah, as Banshees still can't hit a shot on the net. I mean, we wouldn't really expect anything more from them in this game. As Lightning God just gonna send it down. The Banshees still struggling to get it clear, but this one just stuck in the corner. Banshees, Jaeger's gonna let that one just go by. Why not? This one sent up high. And I talked about in the last series we had caster bias, but merely maybe what Origin's going for here is just let them feel like they're close, and then just right at the end just rip it away from him like God is doing right there, just too easy.
There it is. A beautiful touch from Jaegers, gets a light tap off the backboard. Death Trap just completely forgot that he had a net to defend. Instead, the boost, the magnetic pull was too strong, and that's a nice easy open net.
Yeah, sometimes the boost, it just pulls you in. It's just so tempting. It's so tempting there. And Banshees, of course, they are the type of team to fall for that boost over ball. As this one sent up high, an open net, but of course, not even going to go in. Pygo, just the greatest player to ever exist. Going to save that one away. Pygoat, as they call him. Greatest of all time. He's able to clear that one away, and again, just so good. He's just so good, merely.
Yeah, he got a clutch save a few seconds ago, but honestly, you never expected him to miss that any time in his life. You might argue that Banshees did miss an open net, but really when the Banshees are shooting, there might as well be 20 defenders in net because they're not hitting that shot anyways.
And really, just look at this one. They called the server reset, Origin did. I'm sure it was to try to help Pygo out here. And Pygo's still been at like 200, 150 ping this entire match, and he's still smacking the Banshees. So, that's just what you gotta contemplate. When do you just forfeit? When does the forfeit come out,
Yeah, now that would be something. I don't think I've seen that on stream ever before. But the Banshees might want to consider it. Origin are going to give one back, but it's only a temporary loss. They'll be investing in another goal shortly.
Yeah, just got to give him one here. Pygo, he felt bad. I mean, he's just scoring all over the place. Why not just score one on his own net,
Exactly.
It's just he's just unstoppable. Just a force to be reckoned with. Even when you expect him to, score the ball, he'll just score wherever he can. So he takes that one, and 1-1 now in game number 2. Final seconds here. Origin, will they allow this game to go to overtime? That's the question. Or will they win it in regulation with the buzzer beater goal? That would be very demoralizing if they could do that. But they're going to have to take it the length of the pitch. Lightning God trying to tap it down, but it's going to stay up for Chillin. To Flying High here, who puts it off the backboard, can't even shoot at the open net. And Jaegers, they're going to let it go to overtime.
Yeah, that was a really nice pass middle. I will give them that, but Flying High just absolutely completely beans the shot. At this point, I think Flying High should just stay on the ground.
Too much Flying High, and Origin gonna let him get a game here. Why not? On the double commit, just poor chemistry right there.
Yeah, so it looks like they are going with this strategy that you were suggesting, where they would give Banshees a game back, just to make it seem like the series is competitive. They do care about the Nemesis streams. They want us to go to game 5 most likely, so that it could be good content. But obviously they could have won that if they really wanted to.
I respect that. I respect that for the content there. As we're now going to be tied up at 1 game apiece, and now we're gonna have to see what Origin is gonna do here.
Indeed, we will. And will they just continue to demolish like they did in game 1, or will they maybe let Banshees take the next game and then come back, take the one after that, and then carry the momentum? There's a lot of ways they could win this, but I don't really see any ways they could lose it.
Yeah, not even really close here in this one. As Origin, like we talked about, they let them get a game here. Much respect for that. As we're gonna head to game number 3 here in just a moment, but Origin really just having no difficulties at all in the series so far, and had to give Banshees a game. Like you said, Merely, I respect this. It was all in the script for the content. They're playing for the game 5. Still a little bit to go in the series, but keeping it close.
Yeah, you like to see them keeping it close. At this point, Banshees are gonna have to channel their inner Titan if they even want to get another game out in this series, and I don't really see that happening. So could be a clean win for Origin from here on out, but hopefully they'll let us have a little bit of content, let the Banshees score some goals.
Yeah, I would have to agree. We gotta love the content here. Origin just, I think when it comes to the evolution, evolution's all about the content merely. You got me as the GM. I tell my players content only. Even though I could just have all my teams go 18-0 on the season and go undefeated. But where's the fun in that? It would be too easy just to let them go undefeated like that.
Precisely. More big plays coming out from Origin, and they will not be stopping anytime soon.
No, I would have to agree. So we'll see what they decide to do here. As we'll get them joined up. They're just waiting again. We'll give them another joining up with a smiley face. As we get to game number 3 here, Banshees versus Origin. The Banshees still struggling here, and actually things have settled down. Pygoat, his internet is back to normal now. Maybe he felt like, all right, maybe the internet advantage, the disadvantage that he had, he decided to make sure, all right, maybe we'll make it or let him get back his internet so he can just style on some kids.
Yeah, it looks like he maybe went and closed 10 of those Google Chrome tabs he had open real quick, just so that he can focus a little bit more on the game. He just wants to see it in better frames, the win, that is.
Yeah, of course. Got to enjoy the victory, enjoy the ride, the journey. Origin just kind of cruising in this one so far, as it's 1-1 in this caster bias series against Banshees. As Pygo gonna set one up, looking for a great pass to his teammate. Jaeger's gonna get bumped out of the way, and an own goal. The Banshees, and what in the world are they doing?
And what a pass play, finished off by the Banshees. Pygo to Jaegers, to the ceiling, to 2 defenders who both decide this ball looks much better in our own net. And just complete madness from the Banshees, but you love to see the ball going in their net.
I mean, and that's just what we expect from the Banshees. They just throw it in the back of their own net. We really kind of, you just figured that would happen at some point. It was only a matter of time, as this one chilling, just missing the open net, but he's actually somehow going to hit it in. Not really sure. Origin, maybe felt bad again.
Yeah, and Origin gonna let the Banshees get one back. They did feel a little bit bad after, the Banshees did just give them 1 goal. They said, "Here, you can have that goal right back. We don't need that easily. Come on."
Yeah. Now. Yeah. I mean, when the Banshees are giving him free goals, Origin said, "All right, you can have that back. We need an actual fair game here, or at least think you guys have a chance." So they're not going to take any cheap goals, and that's just the respect level from Origin, and that's what sets them apart from the rest of the prospect field. As Pygo with a banger.
Truly, and there it is. After 2 free goals, 1 for each side, Pygo says, "All right, I guess I'll put a little bit of effort into my shot." Bangs one home, and that's a beautiful shot.
Oh, and something I just noticed about these Origin players, and just another good reason why they're the greatest team in Prospect this season. I mean, look at these cars. They are matching X Games cars. They are on X Games mode here, merely, and looking good. That's team chemistry.
That is indeed. You love to see it. Full team, X Games mode, engaged, and for that reason, they really can't even lose. There's no chance. They're taking the championship.
It's pretty much over at this point. Again, I'm not certain why the rest of the prospects haven't forfeited, as another backflip comes out, and maybe Chillin has infected his teammate now, as this one pops up high over to the side. But Jaeger's gonna bang it down flying high, try to make something happen here. Can't find the touch. As Pygo over to the corner. Jaeger's going to send it down 2-1 lead here for Origin in game number 3. As this series all tied at 1 apiece, Lightning God going to send it to the corner. He thought about taking that one up, but Death Trap going to pass it to maybe to a teammate here. Teammate in Jaegers, who sends it back down, popping it up high. Pygo heading up for this one, taking a shot towards the net. Going to go a little bit wide and chilling. Going to make the touch as this one out of the midfield. And after a couple quick goals, merely things settling down quite a bit here in game number 3.
Things have settled down quite a bit. Maybe Origin just looking to end the series now as fast as possible. They don't have to worry about losing, so they don't really have to push for more goals. Chillin' will get one back. Once again, of course, Origin just leaving the net open for them.
Yeah, just, kind of a free shot there. I mean, Chillin', he pretty much had a wide open net and still managed to hit the post. So Banshee's still struggling with their shot accuracy here. Fortunately for them, sometimes you just get a lucky bounce off the post, and that one's gonna go in there. A shot towards the net. Pygo, the greatest player of all time, coming back at it again with another insane save. He's definitely going hard there.
An insane save that actually was. Also, whoever, I didn't see which player it was from Origin, happened to be sitting on the midfield, got a great touch to just get the ball around Chillin'. And yeah, Origin's defense, impeccable as always. Nothing breaking through these guys.
No shot here is Origin going to send it down. Jaeger's now looking to make something happen here. Chillin', going to find the clear right up the wall, though. As he's going to find a touch right to Lightning God, who shuts that one down. Chillin', driving it again towards the wall. Off the backboard here in the middle, flying high, can't find the touch. Jaegers with an opportunity, going to get it by 1. He's just got Chillin' to beat. What can he do? He drops it down to him. Just gonna let him pick up the saver middle. Felt bad, trying to maybe get Chillin' some stats this week. Gotta love the the humanity from Jaegers there to let Chillin' get a free saver medal.
Yeah, he wanted to give him back a little bit of points, a return on investment for letting them have the series, since Jaeger's looking for the shot, just misses, but Lightning God will finish it off. A beautiful play, actually.
Okay, that was actually pretty solid right there. Jaegers, he almost just sniped this one just off the post, but Lightning God, just a god. Lightning God there, able to put it in. You see the goat banner as well. The RLCS X goat banner, and Origin easily back into the lead again.
And there it is. You saw Jaegers even thinking, maybe I'll save this one. That was kind of, it was good, but was it good enough? A little bit of a boring goal. It was still a good goal, but it looked like he almost wanted to save it. Then he thought, we might as well just end this game as quick as possible.
Yeah, and you got to respect that from Jaegers here. Just might as well move it on to the next one. He knows that we're behind the stream schedule a little bit, so he's like, let's finish this one real quick, and get ready for game number 4. As just no hope now. There may be 20 seconds, and Banshees just need 1 goal to tie it up, but really just no hope at all with Origin on the other side of the field. As Banshees obviously not going to score that one there. This one's sent a long way. Banshee's going to have to take it the length of the pitch here. And Origin might just decide to end this one right here, or will they allow overtime? We'll have to see. As this one off the backboard, Pygo popping it up. Death Trap trying to get to him. Pygo with a great clear off the backboard. And Origin, there you go. They're gonna take that one home. The X Games mode strikes again, and they're up 2-1 in the series.
Can't stop the X Games mode. And once again, Origin swinging, landing another blow. And now it's looking like they do realize we're behind schedule a little bit, so they might just close it out in the next game, is what I predict, at least.
Yeah, and you got to respect that too. They know being behind schedule, they got to get us right back on track, so got to get some respect for Origin here, really just kind of showing up. And obviously, Pygoat on the top right here. 1 goal, 3 saves, but you see merely this is the chemistry I'm talking about. Each player on Origin with a goal in that game, and that is what we love to see.
Precisely. Each player had a fair spread of points. Each player had a goal. I will say Pygo actually absolutely popped off on defense that game with a couple of clutch saves. Other than that, very even statistics, and Origin just a completely team-oriented effort at taking down the Banshees here.
And again, just another easy game. Origin, no sweat no sweat on their brows in this one as we head to game number 4 on Forbidden Temple. And, you know, we got the main question here, merely. I guess there's kind of 2 questions. I guess one question with 2 answers. How will this game turn out? Will Origin end the series right here? You know what? I think you're right. I think they're gonna end it right here. Lightning God. Oh my goodness.
Oh, I thought the question you were going to ask is why are the Banshees so bad? But that's a question too as well, I guess. As Lightning God just dunks the ever-living life out of the defender, and that ball's just going to get sent easily into the net. Perfectly calculated in every way.
That was my second question. But you know what? We'll take that one here as Origin again into the lead. As this one popped up high off the backboard. Banshee's trying to hit the open net, but chillin'. Can't read the backboard there. Very unfortunate. As he's trying to pass it in the middle of the field. Death Trap. Again, can't shoot it on the net. Origin and their team chemistry working out for them as they double commit. But all in the name of chemistry. As Pygo send this one up. He's looking for the demo. He's hunting down Flying High, who has to panic and make a touch. As this one send it back down towards the net. Death Trap trying to pass it down. Chillin' can't hit the net. You know, almost a good passing play, but you know, it's only a good passing play if you can finish it.
Yeah, and it was a good attempt, but really an insult to think that Origin wouldn't be able to save that attempt. They should have known better. If it's not a 79-mile-per-hour redirect, it's not going in Origin's net.
Oh my.
It was almost a Cuxer pinch, I think, that came out there. That one was scarily close.
Yeah, Lightning God, he's just throwing out the pinches. He's going off this game. He said, all right, Pygo, you had your game last time. It's Lightning God time. As this one popped up, he's going for it again. Almost going to shoot it towards the net. Flying High, just lucky to be in the right position there. As this one blocked away to the side. Flying High can't make the touch. Death Trap off the backboard looking for the read. Trying to find a double tap, but can't hit it in. And another easy save away for Origin as they look to close out the series in Game 4. Lightning God off the backboard. Death Trap trying to find a touchdown. Luckily going to be in the way as now the demos are coming out. As always, the most toxic mechanic here from the Banshees, trying to do anything they can to get back in this game, even going for the dirty plays merely, and we all know how dirty demos are.
Oh, yeah. I mean, obviously they're just going for demos because they can't hit an open net to save their life. Somewhat hard to blame them at this point, as they have to try everything, but nothing is going to work. Origin are holding strong, and they are not letting go of any slack now that they've gone this.
Yeah, and 2.5 minutes remaining, just past halfway in this game. Banshee's still looking for a goal, but Pygoat on defense. He's back at it again, another 3 saves. And Jaegers with a net to shoot at as, again, Flying High. Another dirty demo is, oh my goodness, Lightning God gonna fake out the entire team. And there it goes again, really. This is unreal right now.
So many demos. If they could hit the ball as many times as they've gone demos this game, they might have a shot at even tying up the game. But with how things are going right now, I just don't see it happen.
Yeah, I mean, really, just so many demos, so much toxicity. You know, we don't allow demos in Nemesis. And really, the Banshees just are trying to break the rules here. As Flying High, sending it back towards the net. But again, Jaegers, easy save for him is chilling. He can't find the touch. Pygoat up the wall there. Death Trap towards the net, but right to Lightning God, who's just waiting, and you know, at this point maybe farming a couple of saves. You know, got to stat pad a little bit merely. You got to respect the stat pad when you got an easy match like this one.
Oh yeah, most definitely. And Origin just having trouble keeping it in now. They were going easy for the first part. They're still not trying to score that many goals, but they really want those points, and you can see by their saves. They need those points, and they want Player of the Week.
You got to respect that. As Jaegers now, he's getting on the board here. Getting some saves, why not? Is this one still in here? And, you know, really Origin just taking it easy, farming the saves. You know, they don't really even want the pressure. I mean, only 3 shots from them in this game. You know, the Banshees, they may have 7 shots, but, you know, it doesn't matter when you can't hit any of those shots in the net. And Origin, you know, just going to be happy to sit on their 3 shots right now, farm the saves. And, you know, only 50 seconds remaining. And Banshees really haven't been able to do much yet.
Yeah, no, like you said, they've got a lot of shots, but they haven't been able to find a single goal. They're going to keep looking for it, but I really don't think they're going to find it. That goal is more lost than a sock that you put in the washing machine and never see again. It ain't being found, and they're not going to get anything. Origin might even add another one here.
as another lucky save comes out. Origin, they're starting to turn it up now. They said, screw this, let's get one more. But the Banshees trying to push it back, looking for one of their own, but Jaegers with a great save. As always, he's picking up a savior medal as there's 8 saves out. Make it 9. Everyone on Origin has a savior medal. The team chemistry is back again as a 4th save comes out from Jaegers. And last chance for the Banshees. Will Origin let it go to overtime? Probably not, as this one's sitting in the corner. The Banshees have to keep it up. Chillin', he can't keep it up. It touches the ground, and Origin, another easy win for them as they take the series 3-1.
Oh my goodness. And defensive magnificence from Origin as they just absolutely annihilate every single shot, even though none of them were obviously threatening. Every single shot saved, cleared away, 50'd, nothing able to get through. That's a frustrating loss if you're Banshees. I'm sorry, caster bias aside. That was an incredible defensive performance.
Yeah, and I think we'll cut the caster bias off here, as that one is definitely interesting to match. Thank you, Jaegers, for the caster bias. And actually, some people are going home rich here. It looks like I Play for Slays had bet the most on Origin here, and they were actually big underdogs in this one. And actually, I'm looking at his return here. I Play for Slays. He bet 5,000 channel points. This man is going to get 32,000 out of that.
Oh my god.
So I Play for Slays coming in, the underdog pays the bet for the underdog here as Origin taking home the victory, but really a solid performance from them overall. Some defense, definitely in the last game. The Banshees, they honestly, merely all things considered, didn't even look that bad there. It's just that Origin seemed to be playing pretty well on the defensive end at least.
Yeah, no, the Banshees actually had pretty good pressure, and they were taking some good quality shots. Origin's defense, especially Pygoat, absolutely just would not crack on defense. I mean, I would be so frustrated if I was a Banshees player. Some of those shots after some of the clears, you just expected them to be able to get a quick goal, but somehow Pygo would come out of nowhere and just get an insane block. I mean, that was a solid performance from Banshees, but really just an outstanding performance from Origin.
Yeah, good performance from Origin. They're taking home the 3-1 victory. So congratulations to them. But we have one more match coming your guys' way in just about 5 minutes here. We have Distortion taking on Kings. And we saw a couple of upsets already. Origin handing the Banshees their first loss of the season. The Lynx, they looked decent in the first game at least. And, throughout the series, couldn't pull off the upset. But can Distortion find their first win of the season? They're going against a new look Kings. So not really sure what's going to happen in this matchup. It should be an interesting one. That one is coming up in just a couple minutes. Also, make sure we're going to get the poll back up for the next matchup. So make sure you guys get your votes in for the second streamed match on Monday. And we'll be back in just a couple minutes.
See you.
What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Thank you for joining us for our last game of the night. We are heading over to the Rival League, where we have Distortion versus Kings. I'm Squirrel, here with Fishy. How you doing, man?
I'm doing great, and I know it's always the thing to say, I don't know what I'm going to expect from this one, but this time it's 100% true. I have no clue what's going to happen in this matchup.
Absolutely. And Distortion, we've got Rocks, Heikel, Eternal, and Craig. And Kings, we've got Doodle, Chaotic, and they recently picked up, I don't know how to pronounce his name, I'll just call him IRX, and they've got Mickey. So, what's your prediction for this last game of the night?
I gotta say, Distortion probably have the easier time because they've just played together for a little longer. They are 0-3, which makes me feel a little uneasy about betting for them, but just having that chemistry can really go a long way sometimes.
Yeah, really looking forward to seeing them play, and really excited to see this new Kings roster coming out. Like you said, it is awkward playing with someone for the first time, but I'm sure these guys have been practicing all day.
Yeah, and I know those players on Kings are definitely not bad at all. I know Chaotic and Doodle have been up there towards the top of Rival for a couple of seasons now.
Yeah, it was great playing them last week. Doodle, phenomenally quick player, and I'm excited to watch Distortion because I actually get to play them later this week.
Ooh, getting the scouting in, I like to see it.
Yeah, and honestly, looking at the rosters, Doodle is always going to be one to pop off. So I think I've got to pull for the Kings here.
Yeah, that's a solid prediction, and I wouldn't keep the records in mind because Kings, did they have their team for last game or no? I don't remember.
I think it was just today that they dropped Lancer and picked up IRX.
So we got pretty much an entirely new Kings roster. So they're basically coming off of a fresh start here. Although it shows 2-1 to an 0-3 team, I would not compare those in any way.
Yeah, and I learned last week that it's not always a great idea to bring a new roster into a stream game. So we'll see how this works. Hopefully it's a close series. We need all the content we can get here. But also I wouldn't be surprised if it's heavily favored one way or the other.
Yeah, really, this really could go either way, like I said earlier, and wouldn't be surprised if it's close, wouldn't be surprised if one team comes out here and wins 5-0 every game.
Absolutely, and I think we're just waiting on the players to join up, and then we will hop in here as they are loading in. It should be a good one. So, kickoff, neutral. Craig beats him there. I hit RX with a great save. Rocks puts it back in. No one going for the ball from Distortion, so Mickey's going to take his time. Craig with a great 50. Rocks plays it back in, but IRX there to clear it away. A bump helps him get it over one, but Craig puts it back in. Eternal up for the shot, but hits it just wide. And this first 30 seconds, the ball has been in the orange half this whole game, Fishy.
Yeah, it has. They look a little hesitant to get the clears out. We saw a couple of times no one really wanting to go for that clear when they had a lot of space. So I'd like to see them try and work around each other and just go for the ball more. It's kind of hard to tell people to ball chase at this level, though.
Yeah, and one interesting note is Doodle is not here for the Kings. Does that change your prediction any?
I did predict Distortion, and I think losing Doodle will definitely be hurtful to them. So I think I'll just go with predict Distortion a little more because I haven't seen anything from Mickey previously.
Yeah, you hate to lose one of your best players here. Is Eternal pops it off the corner, but Mickey with a great dunk downfield, and can he make it? No, he can't. Mickey with the dunk.
And pushing up a little too far there. Craig, he gets dunked completely, but no help from him at the back. It looked like Rocks took his time at that mid boost and couldn't get to the net from that great dunk from Mickey.
Yeah, and benefit of the doubt, those are always hard to predict, is Mickey with an awkward kickoff, but it goes straight to Chaotic. Chaotic air dribbling it, but No connection there as Craig with a one-on-one gets a little too far away from him. Mickey with a great clear. Once again, Mickey following up his own touch. 50s it to the corner. Chaotic plays it downfield. Eternal cuts it off, keeping it in the orange half, but a good high clear by IRX and a great dunk puts it into Distortion's corner. Mickey trying to control it. Eternal not giving him any space as he bumps Mickey away. A great shot, but Chaotic sends it away. Early challenge by IRX puts Mickey in a bad spot, but a good bump. It's an awkward spot. Mickey with the touch. Eternal misses. Mickey puts it away. Craig looking to pass it. A good stop by Chaotic, and the Kings defense is looking great right now.
Yeah, Distortion, they're trying to throw everything at them, and I'm loving the pressure they're putting on, but Kings haven't had one miss in rotation in this opening half of the game, and it's impressive coming out of them.
Yeah, absolutely great showing as Chaotic throws it off the backboard. Mickey there to shot and off the crossbar. Chaotic keeping up the pressure. Mickey passes back to IRX. IRX gets bumped. It's an open net, and Rocks puts it in.
A great bump from Craig in the midfield, but that one comes out from that crossbar touch. Bit unfortunate for Mickey, didn't know it was going to come through, but straight off that bar, Distortion got the clear, and again, a great bump from Craig to open that one up.
Yeah, and that's what I really like to see coming out of Distortion. When you're down, those little bumps create just enough space for you to get the extra push in for the goal. Rocks.
Yeah, for sure.
Rocks clears it off to the side, but Mickey cuts it off. Eternal can't quite get the touch, so Craig puts it under one, over another one, and Chaotic home goals.
And a bit of a pop-off from Craig here as he goes under Mickey. A great play and then flicks it over him, and Chaotic maybe could get that save, but just not ready for both his teammates to get beat in the midfield like that.
Yeah, a great solo play coming out of Craig as this kickoff goes in favor of Distortion, but Mickey clears it off to the side. Eternal Willie got the boost, and he's going to follow it. Chaotic couldn't quite get the touch. IRX makes a good touch off to the side. Awkward ball here for Mickey, as Rocks going for the demo, gets one, can't quite get Chaotic. Eternal off the backboard, good touch there by IRX, putting it to safety. Mickey trying to control this one, but Rocks not giving him any space, and it looks like Distortion is not giving the Kings any room to breathe right now.
Yeah, they're really keeping up that pressure from earlier in the game, but the difference this time is that they're going for more bumps and demos, and Kings, they're out of boost, out of position when those bumps land, and it's starting to get the Distortion the turnaround as they're up 2-1 here.
Awkward ball, Distortion racing back, but Rocks gets there. He gets bumped off of it, but so Eternal's going to take over. Long clear downfield. A good bounce to the middle. Crag with a shot on net off the crossbar. Rock there, and IRX with a great save.
Great work from him, all alone in the net with no help, and he managed to fend off two attackers. IRX keeping Kings in this one.
Yeah, it's been a tale of two stories here. The pressure put on by Distortion and the solid wall defense by the Kings, as Kings try to get an offense started themselves, but quickly cleared away. Mickey gonna try to control this. Awkward ball there, dribbling it out. Rocks keeps it in. IRX got caught flipping in an awkward spot. So both teams gonna reset. High ball to the corner. Craig puts it up and over the last defender.
And just like before, Kings, neither player really wanted to touch that ball. You saw IRX get caught out in the flip. And Craig, he's so fast to capitalize on these little passages of slowness from Kings.
Now, this unwillingness to go on defense, do you think this is a byproduct of not playing with each other?
That's definitely a part of it for sure, as if you're not used to playing with anyone, you don't know if they're going to go. Mickey almost scored one in the final seconds, but it's also credit to Distortion for getting those bumps and boost steals, like I said earlier.
Yeah, definitely. Distortion did a good job earning that first win. Lots of pressure, lots of shots on goal. 11 shots on goal, and to Kings 3, and that just shows you where the pressure was. And Kings with 3 saves, but when they're putting 11 shots on and you're only saving 3 of them. It's not going to go well.
I don't know where those 8 shots came out from Craig. It seemed like it was a whole Distortion team effort, but I guess Craig was just always there to get those touches on net and keep up the pressure.
Yeah, Craig had a great game 1, and definitely that standout solo play where he dribbled the whole team was something special. And I think if he keeps that up, Distortion will have a good chance in the series. But what do you think the Kings have to do to pick it up from game 1?
It's interesting because their pressure game hasn't been too strong, but I wouldn't call that a bad thing from Kings because they've looked pretty dangerous on the counterattack with their dribbles themselves. So I say if they can just get better at soaking up the pressure and going quick out of their own half, they could really get a couple of those quick opportunities and steal a game or two.
Yeah, definitely. Just finding some way to relieve that pressure and get an offense going, but they also need to be a little more, I guess, decisive on defense. No more of this waiting around for someone else to go.
Yeah, I agree with that one for sure.
Chaotic wins the kickoff big. Rock's going to throw it up the wall for Eternal, who can't quite get there. Mickey pops it up for IRX, who gets a great shot on goal, and Craig was left in an awkward spot.
And right off the kickoff, Kings not letting up the pressure. That's a great pass infield from Mickey, just catching all of the defenders off guard.
Yeah, definitely a great way to bounce back here as they get the opening goal of game 2. Mickey rocks on the kickoff, fairly neutral. Craig gets a good follow-up and a great pass middle. No one from Distortion quite there. Rocks pops it up and a double commit comes out from the Kings. Willie pops it to the side. Rock gonna bounce it back middle. Mickey with a good clear downfield over Craig's head, but Willie had rotated back. The defensive rotation's looking pretty solid right now as IRX gets an awkward touch off the wall, but a good pop by Mickey. Back to IRX, who's going to pinch it on the ground. Rocks controlling it, one-on-one, gets it over the defender, far down and in.
An outstanding touch from Rocks out of the midfield. He got the space given to him from Kings, and he pops it up and uses it to beat the defenders. That's great awareness from him to not just bang that into the defender.
Yeah, a great shot coming out from Rocks, and a good way to swing the momentum back in their favor as they quickly equalize it. IRX off the backboard. Chaotic already up. Fakes Craig out. Mickey gets it around 1. Backflips, so it looks like Distortion's going to have a touch, but he follows anyway. Mickey downfield. No one touches that ball. It's a one-on-one as Chaotic clears it to safety.
Yeah, well played from Chaotic there on that fake challenge. It was in a one-on-one, but the nearest other player was Distortion, so he had to really play smart with that one.
Kings playing these soft touches in front of their goal, finally get it out as Eternal Willie gonna pinch it, try to make a pass out of it. Mickey not gonna let that happen as Chaotic's gonna try to clear it downfield, but Rock's gonna put it back in for Distortion. A good bump coming out in the backfield as Craig gets one and rotates out. Mickey did a great job slowing it down to give his teammate time to respawn. And a good pass by Mickey. Chaotic up, Chaotic shot, bounces high, and that's not what you like to see if you're a Kings fan.
Yeah, these passes coming out off of the opponent's corners are really starting to be dangerous for Kings, though. That's a couple of opportunities from them alone. Is that flick from Craig, dribbling it once again.
And it looked like Craig had a good flick, and Chaotic just a little too far forward on defense.
Seems like Chaotic keeps getting caught up in those one-on-one situations at the back. I don't know if that's something he's doing or the whole team's rotation, but something for Kings to work on, certainly.
Just play ones, bro. As Craig puts a great pass off the backboard high, and Mickey gets a good save, but Willie gonna put it back in. IRX gets it around 1, and a demo put on a lot of pressure there, but Rocks said no as Mickey clears it downfield, but there's no one there. Willie doesn't quite get the touch, and a good shot just wide by Chaotic. Rocks dribbling it, passes it infield, but IRX cuts it off. a double commit on defense. Maybe the Kings can make something out of it as the shot weak, but a great demo coming in, keeps the ball in. But the momentary 3v2 is going to let Distortion clear the ball out.
And again, these passes from Kings, and even starting to see him go for a couple of demos, starting to make Distortion's defense a little shaky. We saw a couple of double commits come out, and this one could get interesting.
Yeah, definitely a better offensive game from the Kings this time. But in doing so, they left their defense just a little bit shaky. Any advice on how to solidify both of those?
I'd say just keep going for more offense, honestly. It may be one thing to go for offense and get counterattack, but if you score a goal, it doesn't matter. That's so unfortunate from Eternal Willie.
Yeah, a great demo turned into an unfortunate touch as ended their chances at the open net. And IRX can't quite get there as Rock's trying to control it. Mickey caught backwards as Willie's going to hit it around him, but Chaotic is there. Passes it to nobody. I think he expected IRX to be there. Craig couldn't quite get the air dribble as Chaotic is going to play this one out. Good touch off the backboard. With 1 minute left, pressure on for Distortion. As a great shot comes out, saved away by Rocks, and both teams playing really well, but just Kings need to do just a little bit more to get that goal.
And they just need to start hammering on the shots now. They need a goal with 30 seconds left in this one, and Distortion, they could let one in now with how their defense has been.
A good 50. Rock gonna leave the ball. Mickey can't quite get there as an awkward rotation comes out from the Kings, but Chaotic saves the day. Craig plays it back in. Mickey with an awkward touch towards his own goal. Rock's trying to punish, hits it high. Craig can't quite get there as RX breaks through with 7 seconds left. They need a goal. They need to score here as it goes in. Chaotic might send this to overtime.
And again, it's those passes off the backboard from King. IRX taking it all the way down the field and playing it off that backboard. Just setting up Chaotic for the tying goal.
And Chaotic did a great job not hitting it into the defenders. Picked a great placement on that shot as Rocks with a chance to send this one, or to end it, but Kings gonna send it to OT.
And Distortion, they haven't registered a shot yet in about a minute or two. Really like to see them pick it back up and see whether they were from the start of this game.
They definitely slowed down as Willie and Craig double commit on the wall. IRX gets a great touch. Craig can't quite get there. It's momentarily a 2-on-3, but no one from the Kings decided to go. IRX with a great touch into the corner. Following it up himself, Willie cuts it off. Mickey gonna challenge him quick and follows it up himself again. Mickey just making havoc in the corner. A good long clear by Rocks puts IRX on the back foot, and a great cutoff by Willie. It looks like they're trying to get some offense going.
Yeah, both teams trying to get something going. It's kind of awkward playing along that right side for Distortion here, as it's always in the corner, it seems.
Willie going off the ceiling, trying to clip on him. Can't quite get there as Craig pops it up. IRX trying to control it. Gets a good 50. Willie gonna clear that to the wall. Chaotic puts it off the backboard. Can't follow it himself. A one-on-one. IRX does a good job clearing that. Going for it looked like a flip reset there. Rocks with a good touch. And a great save by Willie as the Kings finally getting to start some offense here. And almost slips it by the last defender. And it seems like both teams have had some decent rotations, but there have been times where they've both looked a little shaky.
Yeah, just there, Mickey alone in a 3-on-1, but no one there to get the shot off, luckily. But these offensive rotations for both teams have been great, and the Kings, they break down just at the end here.
Yeah, IRX passing it to Willie, and you mentioned the awkward defensive rotations. There was nobody there for the Kings, and Distortion take this game.
And Kings, they were all doing a great job at getting those clears upfield, But in those long 7-minute OTs, eventually you're going to get one that just doesn't find its mark, and nobody on Kings was ready for that shot to come out.
Yeah, Kings definitely did better on the offensive side this game, putting on 10 shots to Distortion's 7. But in doing so, their defense, it looked like it just kind of fell apart from game 1.
And they just seems like they need to capitalize on the opportunities that they're given. They didn't miss any open nets from what I've remember in that game, but just creating those chances, they've done a good job, but unable to get those goals.
Yeah, and Distortion's defense is part of the reason why they couldn't get those goals. Definitely standing strong there as we head into game 3. Your Distortion prediction is looking pretty good right now.
Yeah, it is, and they did a great job of bouncing back, especially. I said earlier that nothing really came out of them in that last minute or two of that game, and great to see them bounce back in overtime and step it back up.
Yeah, and if you're a Kings fan, who are you looking at to step up for this third game of the series?
I think that Mickey's passes on offense have been great, and I'd love to see more of that from him. Everyone's been really good from Kings on defense whenever they're alone in those situations, but Mickey's been making a lot of the plays on offense so far.
For sure, as Distortion with the early shot here, almost sneaks it in. An open net, Craig buries it in the first 15 seconds.
Yeah, Eternally almost gets the shot away, and looks like maybe a team bump from Mickey and Chaotic at the back there. Not sure what happened, but the net was left wide open for Craig.
Yeah, it definitely seems like you can tell they're not used to playing with each other, as they're all over each other. There's a few double commits that happen, and they're rotating a little strange as Mickey gets a great pop up, but Craig cuts it off. Mickey turning himself, but gets bumped away. Chaotic trying to pop it up and make something happen, but Rocks there to stop that. A good infield pass to Craig as he pops it up. No one there from Distortion, though, as Kings cleared away. A good demo, but a good shot by Mickey.
A hanger from Mickey, right from midfield. It looks like IRX going for a bump or a redirect there. Managed to just beat out Craig in the net.
Yeah, he's just so close to getting that redirect, and if you're a defender, that's nearly impossible to read. As the kickoff goes in favor of Distortion. A good pass across field. Chaotic gonna turn. Oh, tries to fake one, but Willie's not gonna have any of that. Rocks trying to make a defensive touch here. Pops over one. Craig there to follow it up. Gets a great 50. The net's open, and he just hits it high.
And Craig, he's so dangerous on the dribbles. We see it there once again from him. He's had at least one good dribble play in every game.
And Craig showing what he can do on defense there with a great save. And a pass up to Eternal Willie. Gonna hit it hard off the back wall, but Chaotic reads that. Good 50 by Chaotic. Can't quite get the follow-up, though, as Rock's gonna pop it up for Craig, who sends it downfield. And Mickey with the greatest redirect we've seen all night.
That's unfortunate. It's a good clear out of Distortion with the pass up, but again, maybe Kings, they pushed up a little too far for what they could handle, and Mickey, that was a great shot if it was on the right net.
Yeah, if you're a Kings player right now, you have to shake that off. Not even worry about it, as this kickoff goes in favor of the Kings, who looking to get one back real quick. But a great touch by Craig's going to send it to the corner. Craig with another good 50, and if there's anyone that I don't want to be 50ing right now, it's him.
Yeah, he's really stepped it up, especially on defense for Distortion, when all they have to do is keep this lead to win the series.
Eternal, or IRX, going for the bump instead of the ball. Eternal gets a good touch upfield. Rocks can't quite get there as Mickey clears it by him. Craig taking it slow on the wall. Mickey gets beat deep, and the ball rolling towards the goal. Can anyone get there? A double commit as IRX clears it away. Mickey just barely gets there in time as Craig's going to turn and take a quick shot. A great save, another shot, and Rocks puts it in.
Again, it's Kings. They pushed up a little too far on that attack. And IRX, he gets a good save there, but the good saves won't matter if their rotations are a little off and no one's there to get the follow-up.
Yeah, a good just barrage of shots coming out of Distortion and really capitalizing on that awkward defense by the Kings there. As Mickey looking to clear this one away, but gets cut off by Chaotic. And Kings seem like they've been double committing quite a lot, don't you think?
Yeah, it has seemed that way, and it comes to cost them here once again as Rox, he finds the shot off after that double commit from Kings.
I'm not gonna lie, I threw it over to you because I did not think he could hit that angle, and Rox proved me wrong with a great shot, 100% shooting percentage, and 420 score.
Man, if Distortion's shown anything, it's just that they can dribble out defenders in the midfield, and you just can't give them any space.
As Distortion put on another shot, Chaotic with a good save and a good clear downfield. But once again, no one there from Kings to quite get there. As Rox pops it over Chaotic. Everyone waiting on IRX to make a touch. Craig stops in an awkward spot as IRX clears it out. Chaotic with another good save, trying to put the team on his back in this last minute and 45.
Oh, and Craig, what a shot to the top right.
Oh my god, Willie with a great pass, and Craig reads that instantly, and there's no saving that one.
There's absolutely no saving that. What a play from Distortion, and that one might put it out of reach for Kings here.
Yeah, there's always a shot, but 4 goals with a minute and a half left, it's gonna be a big task, and Craig, or Distortion, can't quite get there, is a good 50. Craig following it up himself, a high ball, Chaotic puts it down into the middle, Willie sends it off to the right, Craig 50s it, IRX getting a good defensive touch, popping it up high for Chaotic, who sends it into the Distortion corner. A good bounce as Mickey gonna follow it up, can't quite get the touch, and they really needed that one right there.
Yeah, they did, but maybe they can get something going here. It seems like Distortion's still pushing for attack. Maybe Kings can catch him out.
Yeah, and a good shot, but a better save by Mickey as Distortion looks like they're trying to get the Brazil as Craig puts his 4th one in.
And it's just keeping on going right now for Distortion. I don't know when it'll stop the barrage of shots, like you said earlier. It just doesn't seem to stop from Distortion, and that'll put them 5 goals ahead.
Yeah, Craig with 4 goals on 5 shots, putting on an absolute clinic this game as an awkward touch comes out, but IRX clears it downfield. Craig trying to dribble but gets bumped. And Kings trying to either score or not get scored on because no one wants to get Braziled as Mickey backflips it to the corner.
Yeah, let's hope they can't get Brazil for their sake especially, but they're so unlucky now as the ball's gone off the opponent's post twice.
Yeah, Rox just doing everything as the ball rolls to the goal. A good demo, and if there's anyone you want to demo right now, it's Craig. That might have been what saved the Brazil, is Mickey keeping it up, and they are going to let it drop.
And that's an impressive showing from Distortion, I'd say. Really having a great team game those games 2 and 3, and really suffocated Kings in this one and didn't allow them much offense.
Yeah, absolutely. A great showing by Distortion, and definitely looking really good right now. Craig popping off with a great performance. Rox also doing a solid job assisting him, and Eternal Willie being a great 3rd man for him.
Yeah, especially all 3 of them. I don't think they lost many 50s in that one, and that really kept the ball in Kings' half. Distortion, whenever the ball was in the opponent's half, they looked like they could score at any time.
Yeah, they definitely look daunting, to say the least, as I know that some of the rival teams were watching this one, scouting out this Distortion team, and they do look good. But Kings, not out of it. They can always bounce back. They didn't have Doodle, which definitely looked like it made a difference.
Yeah, and let's just hope that they can get the chemistry together soon, because I gotta say, individually, the Kings, they didn't look bad. We saw a couple of solo plays coming out from them that looked pretty great, but when you can't get those rotations down, it'll really kill you as a team.
Yeah, and we might have an interview coming up. Not quite sure, as no one from Distortion is getting over here. Uh,
I
I
think
would
we
love
should
to.
get Craig in here.
Yeah, I would love to talk with Craig, as he definitely popped off that series.
Go back to the. Oh, hello.
Hello, Craig. Congratulations on that great series. Definitely a good offensive performance for Distortion. And can you tell us how you did it?
We just went in there with good vibes. We just tried our best. I mean, we had like 3 games without winning, so we really needed to win this one.
Yeah, y'all definitely did very well in pulling that off. And 3-0 sweep. Does that help your confidence any?
Absolutely. 3-0 sweeps are always just good to have.
Yeah, and the first game, the Kings' defense looked really solid. But throughout the rest of the series, y'all seem to do a good job of picking that apart. Can you tell us how you did that?
It was just focusing on bumps and demos, trying to disrupt them as much as possible.
Very good. Fishy, you got any questions?
Yeah, you guys really did great at the end in those.
Thank you.
Every game, really, and especially you were popping off. Was there anything you were doing? I know you said good vibes for the team, but you specifically with all those shots and goals coming out?
Honestly, it was just a good day. I was just on today.
Yeah, that 1v3 dribble definitely made me jump out of my seat there. And but a good performance overall. Eternal Willie and Rocks both contributing very well. You've got a pretty solid team, it's looking like.
Yeah, I really do. It just took us a while to click, but once we do, we're on it.
Yeah, for sure. Well, good job today. I know that the Pineapples play you later this week. We look forward to it. It's going to be a great game. Congratulations on the 3-0 sweep.
Thank
You
you.
definitely deserved it and worked hard for it.
Thank you.
Yep. And ladies and gentlemen, that does it for the night. Thank you for joining us for Saturday Night Rocket League. We hope you enjoyed 3 great series and got to end it with a 3-0 sweep, as Craig and Distortion just absolutely popped off and sealed the deal.